All right, let's take a look here. I got 2 codes to let you pick based on which one sounds more interesting. Oh, that's considerate of you. Eichenwald, we did okay in defense and on attack, could not cap first point, which is something that actually happens fairly often when I play on this map. Yeah, I mean, that's an escort classic for sure. And then Runasapi played against Arista. I think the issue was me getting shield botting and focusing too much on her, so I already know what I did wrong here. Much closer game. Overtime was wild. Eventually I had a third because that was almost close enough. Circuit Royale, one of those games where both teams kind of roll each other. Really goes overtime. Average performance, nothing horrible, nothing special. I'm not sure which is the best review. Okay, we'll take a look here. This is going to be some Reinhardt. Let's take a quick look at the form here, see if there's anything updated here. If I zoom over anything here that obviously you wanted maybe a little bit more in depth, just let me know. Let's see here. Better understanding of how to opportunistic aggression, picking when and how to engage. I think you should try to engage more when team has an advantage. I think might be the problem. I'll engage and take an insane amount of damage right away or have my shield deleted. Finding more creative ways to find cover. Okay, let's see here. 3 to 4 hours a day. Masters 3, feed hard, hit, maintain GM. Opportunistic aggression. I had a 30-minute review 3 months ago. That was the issue highlighted. I still want to find myself reading. I can and should be going aggressive. Okay, we'll keep going here. I struggle to sleep more than 5.5, 6 hours. Probably come on. Yeah, no problem. Okay, yeah, don't worry too much about the sleeping stuff. That's just something we'll get there eventually. So yeah, I mean, it's obviously been quite a long time since we looked at your Rhine, but obviously like kind of timing when and where you should go. Let's just jump right into it. I think we can look at Eichenwald, and what we'll do is we'll quickly look at the attack, maybe talk about like what low-hanging fruit I see, and then maybe we'll dabble around on one of the other codes as well, because I think if we're quick here, we can have time to move to 2 codes. If we don't get all of them, at least maybe touch on a couple of different points here. So if there's anything here that I zoom over again too quickly in terms of fundamentals, just let me know. I believe I played up against you not too long ago, but yeah, if I dabble over anything a little bit too fast, just let me know. Let's look at the attack here. Oh gosh, this is a tough comp to play into. Okay, so this is the thing that, like, this is the moment of truth, right? There are certain fundamentals with Reinhardt that we hold to be inevitable, and one of them is that your application of either mobility or hitting people with your hammer needs to be leveraged. So the key thing with Ryan is more along the lines of where do I need to be applying pressure with my hammer? So like right now, we need to be hitting people with our hammer. So who can I hit with my hammer safely? If your Widow doesn't die instantly to feed punch here, where would you rotate? And how would you take space here? It's a thinking exercise. Now, I would recommend here holding the corner, throwing Fire Strike, shield rotating up to top right because it's available, holding this corner here, allowing them to push you, and then just basically living as long as you possibly can on this angle and applying as much pressure as you possibly can on this angle. Now, you're down 1 here, so you probably should do exactly what you're doing right now, but it's just a thinking exercise. We're going to skip ahead. Sure. Now hold. Hold, check your team. Hold, check your team. The reason this is a little bit too fast just with where your team is, so I just wait just a little bit longer. It's not the end of the world though, as long as you hold shield. Yes, great Fire Strike. This looks good. Good. Hold the corner here. I would regenerate shield and maybe push deeper on this angle here. Find the corner quick. Yeah, it's not well executed mechanically. So let's talk about what needs to be changed here. So first things first, you're not holding a corner, so this is a mistake. You're like, oh, I'm shielding them off. Doesn't matter. They're not doing anything right now. So you need to either hold them in this corner by holding here, or you need to be holding this corner here, or you need to be hard flanking and pushing them here. Like basically, here's the thing with Ryan. You are as little as possible a gray tank. You don't have neutral pressure like Ramatra with his shield does, or Orisa during her Fortify does, or Sigma during his shield cycles does, or even a Winston when he drops his bubble and is able to zap and multitask. You are either on or you are off. You're either actively taking damage and doing damage or doing nothing. And what your shield does is your shield allows you to take positions that otherwise that you would not be able to take without dying for. So for example, what you could do here, if you went all the way behind these guys and held this corner, they would probably push you, right? They'd be like, this guy's overextending. So your corner wouldn't be good enough. You would shield instead. The way to use Reinhardt's shield is to cover for when a corner isn't good enough. If you walk here and they push you, or you walk here and they push you and your corner's no longer good, that's when you shield. If you're on the back line and they're running at you and they're spamming you and focusing you down, that's when you shield. If you pin to a location that doesn't have a corner, well, first off, that's a mistake. But if you ever do that, that's when you use shield. There's nothing about this situation now that is enhanced because you have shield. You shouldn't be here. You should be on the corner taking no damage. Torbjorn wide swings you, then you use shield. You should be holding here, doing nothing. They push you in this room, you hold shield once the Mei walls you off because there's nowhere for you to go. This is just, I'm zoning off backline, praying that my backline can deal with Doomfist, which is the right idea, but your team doesn't benefit from you using shield here. They want you to be using 0 resources and holding these guys there. Do you understand? Do you understand the difference here? The difference is that you can use this corner, make them walk into you, then you shield, versus giving them something to do while your team is focusing Doomfist. If you have the opportunity to hold people's attention without using shield, do it. Maybe that's the simplest way of explaining it. And here, it's like, if you're going to shatter, do it. Now. Maybe you're waiting for Wuyong, but you just did not have, and this is a great play if you had the resources for it. I mean, look at that, right? You guys did get Doom, right? But we had no shield. And why did we have no shield? Because we were standing in the open. Why are we staying in the open? Because we thought that we were holding the enemy team's attention while our backline was trading, but we could have held the enemy team's attention without using shield. My Overwatch is freezing. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, my Overwatch has crashed, so okay. Well, we'll keep going here. So yeah, the TLDR, the simplest way of practice thinking about it is, that's weird, I've never had it crash like that. The easiest way of thinking about it is that I don't use my shield to hold people's attention unless I have to. I use my positioning to force their attention, and then I use cover until the cover stops working. That's basically it. So you can kind of see it there. There's nothing about your shield that was necessary to hold their attention unless they wide peek you or hard push you or whatever else. That's basically all there is to it. Like, if you think back to the very first pin that I wanted you to do, like let's say your Widow doesn't die doing Power Punch. You pin up the right thing here. You probably would not have used your shield on that pin unless they like hard pushed you up there. You probably would have held there, looked at them, flashed your shield a little bit, and then maybe even deep flanked to the point if they ignored you, right? That's kind of like, so basically you can look at every angle or every push that you make with Rein and be like, was I using shield there appropriately or was I using shield there inappropriately? Let's take a look here. Yeah, I don't know. I've never had replay viewer crash like that before. This update is a bit of a train wreck, no? Okay. Shatter was fine if just you had resources for it, so it's kind of a tragedy. Yeah. That's really unfortunate mechanically, but yeah, it was fine. You want to hit people with your hammer. I will say, like, this is another position where you could have easily pinned into turret, swing, shield, back off here, and hold the space here. That would have created an unbelievable amount of space, because remember, every resource that's devoted this way is a gap that your team can fill through here, right? So I don't... They're just losing so much shield, right? Like, even here, like, just don't shield. Just don't shield. Don't shield. Sure? It's almost same thing again. Don't use shield. Don't use shield. Don't use shield. Don't use shield. Right? Like right here. Like, why are we shielding? Right? Maybe you're getting like a little bit of third-person information, but my goodness gracious, like you just lost like 400 shield there because of the regen opportunity cost for nothing. Yeah. And then here's it's basically here. This. I mean, you've been bullied around a little bit, right? They're using a lot of ults. But I don't know. I would probably be putting more attention on the Mei here and not the Doom. But yeah, I mean, you're kind of cooked. I don't blame you too much for that one outside of preserving your shield, finding a different rotation earlier. You got to be really careful about feeding Doom Punch. Sure. Sure. Yeah, like the... You want to guess how your Brig died? It's feed punch. She just got another one. Yeah, we're feeding punch a lot. We're not cleanly rotating. This is an incredibly high damage composition or anti-Rein composition, so you have to be super clean with your rotations. Don't flash shield, like immediately drop. Good counter bash. Just do it. Don't, just do it. Just move. Thank you. Sure. It's happening again. It's happening again. So you have Doomfist on your backline, and I know you know it, but you don't need to keep the enemy's attention with shield, right? Maybe you're blocking off the follow-up here, but this is a moment where you should be able to, for lack of a better term, rubber band back into the enemy team, because they have used, your team has used a lot of resources peeling off Doomfist, correct? But the Doomfist is now dead, and so even though that you're even here, you have an opportunity where you have a resource advantage, and you should be able to push that pretty soon here. The problem is that you've used shield, a lot of shield, even when you're backline, you weren't necessarily needing to use it. Like, if you had shield burn here, because you had pinned a top right, again, kind of as we keep bringing that one up, or you had used shield because you had, during the Doomfist dive, you'd pinned all the way over here and kind of pulled attention this way. That shield is being used to enable you to take a deeper off angle that you otherwise wouldn't be. You're basically, a lot of your problems here is just because you have something on your backline and you just kind of stand there and shield it off even when your backline isn't really at risk of getting pushed here. I want you to control backline's attention by being here, not by being here and showing shield. You can take space during these windows. And if you do, certainly don't use your shield to do it. Like right now, that pin is enabled by your shield resource right now. Because without this shield, you wouldn't be close enough to cover and you would die. So this shield should allow you to move towards more permanent cover, and it does. I mean, even here, right? I don't think I would be using shield here. You should grab many. And what should you... okay, so first off, how would you approach taking space here? Resource efficiency. Resource efficiency, how would you take space here? What would you do? How could you efficiently apply pressure to the backline without wasting shield? Let's practice the skill. Like the concept is don't use shield when cover will do. That's it, right? I know that's a plat concept, but I think you're letting that kind of sneak back in your gameplay here. And the answer is just grab the mini, pin at the Wuyong on the backline, and then hold shield once you do so. Or shatter once you do so. This right here is not necessary when you have pin. This is not necessary when you have pin. You didn't get a deep enough angle. You had pin, you had shatter, you had a perfect opportunity here to go to backline and to do so efficiently at literally full HP. And instead, we're allowing yourself to get off angle because you're not pushing to an angle. You're standing in the open. See, this is how it works, right? When you have resources with Rein, establish an angle and do so now. Get in the backline now. Connect. You have the resources, go. Do not get yourself pincered here. Don't get yourself pincered. There's indecision here. We need more all or nothing here. Okay, I want to see what happens to this shatter. Just get punched out of it. It's a good shatter. Yeah, it's just you're done. Yeah, you're cooked. You're cooked. So, yeah. So for Eichenwald, the problem was simply that you were using shield to control frontline attention instead of using just cover and trusting that your backline's not going to get poked from behind the wall. And then we need a lot more decisive space creation on angles, like a lot more space creation on angles. So like you're running toward Mei, which is like, yeah, it's annoying to play into for sure, but that means that they're not really fast. They can't punish you for pinning around a backline or pinning around on the angle or pinning around up the high ground. Let's keep looking here. And I guarantee you probably make the same. So you talk about it with Orisa here, like I was shield botting too much. I bet you money that we see the similar problem here. Too much shield resource being used when you could just be using cover and not enough mobility pilled. Rein has immense lateral mobility, like flat side-to-side mobility. Immense side-to-side mobility. Where should you be? Don't float. You see here, you're showing a little bit of shield because you want to shove these guys into the room. But even here, it's really not even necessary to show shield here, right? You know you're not gonna be able to swing in these guys. So why give them any resource? Why give them any shield? Like, it's the same mistake. It's the same mistake. This Hazard's not engaged, and even if he was, this backline is so poorly positioned to do anything. Why are you giving them something to do? Sit right here and listen. Go push them from behind here, hold them in the choke, walk at them once they actually start to try to take space, because now, while you're trying to hold them in the choke, now, if they walk forward, you can't do anything about it. That's why you're taking so much damage. There's this mindset of controlling backline with your shield instead of with corners. Shield is used when you don't have the corner. Remember, I'm going to keep saying that. Like right now, if you wanted to pin at this Hanzo, well, first off, you need HP, right? But second off, you could only do that if you had like 800 shield. Because if you miss the pin, you're going to be stuck in the open. Like, for example, right now, you're getting off-angled by a Hanzo. Shoot, I don't have any cover right now. So first off, you should try to find cover. But also, do you see how bad this feels because you blew so much? Like, this wouldn't be a problem here, like getting off-angled from 3 different directions, if you had 1,000 shield. Because then you're like, okay, there really is no cover right now. So I just have to kind of sit here, hold shield, and pray that my team deals with Hazard, which they did. They do, right? But the problem is that you almost die because you burned all your shield when you could have easily had cover. Like, even here, frankly, even here, I don't see any reason for you to swing here. Chill. Chill. Get your shield back. Chill. Get your shield back, and then pin to here. Go from here. A lot of your space creation is very main focused. Down the middle. Down the middle. Down the middle. You've got to Anglemax. You have to Anglemax. You cannot get yourself surrounded. Like, I mean, it's just sloppy. It's like you have to be so much better at reducing the amount of damage and shield that you're taking from multiple angles. It's so important. And for the rest of this VOD, I'm going to challenge you to figure it out. Okay. Shield to rotate. Shield to rotate. Use your shield, please. Where are we rotating to right now? Where's our next corner to take space? Okay, should be here. But then this isn't good enough, right? You're looking uphill. We've got Orisa, who has a much stronger flat game than you. So where do you go from here? Probably jump pad, angle around, rotate from here, hold shield, back off if you need to. That's honestly probably your only option. Going in here is probably not as effective. There's not as much lateral space to move from. Let's see what you do. Yeah, you're fricked. You're fricked. Like, you could shield nade here for sure. You could force fortify for sure. But you're and not only this, but do you know what you're allowing right now? I bet you don't even notice it. You're allowing Ana, Hanzo, Kiriko, heck, even the soldier stuff to off-angle on your backline, and you're just literally marking cart. You can't beat Orisa like this. She's slow. You're not. Use it. You have mitigation on demand. She doesn't. Why aren't we using this to shove Ana out? Why aren't we using this to shove Hanzo out? To contest this space here. So this is it. So we can't just blame Doom Dive here. You're just giving them every little bit of shield to shoot. Use your mobility. Use your mobility. Use your mitigation on demand to be able to block damage selectively when it matters. Yeah, you're cooked. You're freaking cooked. This is it. I'm this close to just moving ahead to the next VOD because it's going to be the same thing, rinse and repeat. Some of these, it's like you're playing Rein mechanically well. Like you understand, swings and like maybe shield versus HP management, the fundamentals, but you don't understand the fundamentals of how to take space with Rein. And with using your mobility. And it has never been more important than it has in Overwatch 2. Right now, how can you utilize your mobility here? Where's your next corner? It's not easy, is it? You could go top here and clear out here and then rotate from here. You could go from where you are right now. We could have rotated in right and angled around here, held shield, taken bounce pad, whatever. The only thing you can't do is you can't get javelin out of pin, right? So you got to be really careful about that. Sure. Yes. No, I don't know why we went back. Just keep going, right? Make her keep chasing you, Make her keep chasing you and then hard shield until you find another better corner. Make Orisa chase you, Yeah. Don't need to be using shield here. We're getting nothing out of the shield. I guess vision is what you're getting out of the shield, so sure. Good fire strike, good shatter. You might be able to kill her, yeah. Don't use your shield. Go kill something. Okay, too deep now. Too deep. Get out. Don't show shield. Okay. Just shield this. So this is where you're shielding because you have no cover right now, or you're trying to enable your Torbjorn to find cover. So just hard shield, and then find a corner. Yes, now just AFK. Just AFK, just AFK, just AFK, just AFK, just AFK, just AFK. Now where's your next corner? How can you use your mobility right now? Now you can walk here because you're like, oh, they've used their abilities, and maybe, but why would you walk there? Where can you pin instead? And you see it, right? Just go at the cast. Pin cancel before he hinders. Hard shield swing. Hard shield swing. Rissa chases you, turns her back to your Hanzo, to your Juno, to your, your what's the word? Wu Yang, right? Don't stand here. Clear out that angle. Clear out that. Arissa can't do that. Arissa can't do that because Arissa does that. She turns her entire back and she does it so slow. You get here and you just hold shield. You hold shield. You hold shield. You take their entire intention because you won't have cover anymore because they're all going to focus you down here. You just go hold shield. And there it is. This is your fault. This is your fault. We needed you here. This is your responsibility. Nah, it's freaking cooked. It's not going to do anything. It's over. Anglemax. 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 Always Anglemaxing. Not always flanking, but angling. A little off the side. Little corner there. Little bit there and there. Don't use your shield, please. Okay, don't use your shield. They push you past the corner, so sure. Do you think... Who wins this frontline trade right now? What do you think? Who's got the better position right now? Looks like you, right? Look how far this Orisa has to push, right? So she's burned her Fortify, and you've just not really taken anything. But when you get an opportunity here, where should you go? You should pin across to here, right? Swing, shield, defend. I mean, this is what Shadow's good for too, right? It makes them, punishes them for chasing you, right? Let's go. Let's go. Don't open yourself. Don't let the Hanzo kill your backline. That's your responsibility. If you can pin from behind corner and make it to here without getting javelined, that's your responsibility. Where can you angle max? How do you win this frontline trade? Where can you be playing right now? Where's your corner that maximizes your mobility? I mean, it's the same thing, right? Like, even without Hanzo here, I would be playing here. Or I'd be playing here. Not... See, you're the one... Oh, see, she's angle maxing you. She is making you push her to where your back is exposed to her backline. And now look at your HP, right? And look at her HP. Despite you having the shield, you're taking more damage than she is. In fact, the only reason this even works is because your Tor bails you out. Where should your attention be right now? Where's the angle, right? Get him out. Clear him out. Go from here. Angle max. I mean, it's fine, but you're noticing that a lot of these quote-unquote fatty shaddies aren't getting kills because they're all behind a wall. They're all stacked behind a wall. And if you go here, Shadow's dead. Whoever Shadow gets killed here, right? There's just not enough follow-up because a lot of your, like you said, it's just all shield botting. Oh gosh, yeah, it's either now she immediately runs to the angle, right? Let's do a little more here, and then I'm honestly tempted to move ahead to the next VOD here. We might be able to practice this looking at all three maps here. Okay. You can get him out. Sure, just shield, just shield, just shield, just shield, just shield. Shield because you want to get your team out, and then you have to decide where we're going to fight. You guys are not fighting this. This is 45. Come on. You guys aren't fighting this. And certainly I don't want you showing shield here, right? Like what are we shielding here? What are we shielding here? You know? What is this? Are you taking space? Do you have no available cover right now? Are you getting off-angled right now? No. So sit here, AFK, make them walk into you, then shield, or pin around here, hold shield, right? Open up an angle. Let's go. I mean, this isn't bad, but you can see the concern you have for your team when you have a threat to deal with right here. This is your responsibility, right? Yeah, this is just, we shouldn't have taken the 4v5. Even though it's like, oh, they have to walk through a choke, it just wasn't smart taking the 4v5. They did a good job using that ult there. Okay. Angle max. Anglemax, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. You either pin this fricker out and get her TP force and then angle from here, or you keep deepening from here, squeeze this guy out, drop onto backline from here, and hold shield here. Or even just hold shield here, drop to the staircase, and make it impossible for them to CC you. I'm not, you know, it's coming across as a little bit cynical here. I'm being tough on you. I'm being tough on you. But obviously, like, this is an important thing that I want you to work on. And obviously, there's a lot of things that you do well, but this is the immediate low-hanging fruit that I want you to be working on here. All right, let's go ahead and look at the next code here. Circuit Royale. Oof, 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 oof. This is a tough one. It's very hard to angle max with Ryan and Circuit Royale. Let's see. So, two things. Angle max, number one. Number two, don't show shield when cover would do. That's it. Don't show shield when cover would do. Right? Don't show shield when cover would do. Where's your angle? Where's your angle max? Where's your angle max? How are you going to help your team take space here? Very, very obvious answer here, right? Pin across to here, walk to here, don't take damage, pop fire strikes, they push you, you shield because you don't have cover anymore, right? That's the rule. If they push you, or they angle you because you don't have shield, or because you don't have cover, then you use shield. You should not be using shield at all right now. You should not be using shield at all. You're like, oh, I'm pushing card, I'm pushing card. You know what you should do? You should let your team push card, and you shove these guys off of high ground so that you don't need to worry about getting shot from the high ground. You know? That's too much risk for me. I don't trust my teammates to not get their head blown off. So I'm gonna start applying pressure from this angle instead. Yeah. Don't show shield. I wouldn't push this just yet because your team needs a little bit more time to follow up off of you. So hitting this pin would have been a mistake. It's too deep in relation to where your team is fighting. But this is good. Just sit here. Just sit right here. Just sit right here and AFK. Flash your shield, swing. Flash your shield, swing. You know, whatever. Yeah. Now where's your next angle? Angle max, angle max. So you see you're using shield again. You're using shield for your team, so I understand. It's not bad, it's just not something you got to be careful with, right? So let's AFK. Do not show shield. 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 So little life hack here. If you get to this angle here, you are not going to be able to pin out without dying. Okay, so I want you to, instead of blowing shield here, I want you to play Russian roulette with the Roadhog. Russian roulette with the Roadhog. And maybe consider pinning across from here to the angle. Certainly let yourself recharge more of your shield before you rotate. And then don't pansy around and full commit all the way to the statue and then stand there and regenerate your shield again. AFK, 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 AFK. No. Hold the corner, drop your shield, and take a nap. Then, can you guess where your next rotation is? You could go all the way to here. You got it, right? Drop around here. Or you can even go to the corner here, or the corner angle max here. But you cannot show shield here. Look at how far back you are. Look at your resources. We haven't done anything with this resource. We've just taken abuse from 40 meters. How do you close the distance through an angle? Sure? Yes. Yes. We're using shield because we don't have a corner. So it's reasonable. The question is, should we be on the corner now instead? Right now, probably yes. And we're shooting! Go, move. Get here. Find a corner. Don't use shield. Find a corner. Quick. Good. So you can't be pushed. If Roadhog takes an angle, he can be pushed and shot. You can't. Because you have shield, you have mitigation on demand. Mitigation on demand means that you can take angles and they can try to deny your cover, and then they will be unsuccessful with denying your cover because you can just shield. Case in point, right? This is insanely stupid for you to go this deep, and you don't even have cover, but it doesn't matter, you just shield. Shield allows you to break cover rules when the enemy team pushes you. Heck, I'd be here. I'd be freaking here, man. I mean, maybe you're thinking about backing off, but I want to off angle this sucker. Don't shield, 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 don't shield. Your shield's already broken. We just sit here. Let them walk into us. Kitsune, hard shield. Slam! You got me? You gave away your shield for what? To let your junk spam down the choke? My friend, junk doesn't need your shield to spam down the choke. He's just going to jiggle peek, right? He doesn't need your shield to spam down the choke. I think this is something that, again, this is what we were talking about on Eichenwald, right? There's this propensity to allow your team to kind of get like some spam damage for quote unquote free. If your team breaks cover rules, that's not your responsibility to cover almost ever. Almost ever. Because what it does is it compromises your ability to hold space when it actually matters. You're kind of cooked here. We just need to AFK. Don't show shield. Just AFK. AFK, wait for your junk. Hold back here. Wait. Hold back here. Wait. And then maybe clear out an angle afterwards. No. We're dead. We're freaking dead. We should be dead. So many resources were used prior to that slam. When I don't dislike the idea of the slam, I dislike the idea of the slam at 500 HP. You know? Or 500 HP. What am I saying? 500 shield HP. Food for thought. Plan was fine. Do it with more shield next time. Get off. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Oh, freak. Oh, gosh. Yeah, you see how it all revolves around your ability to Anglemax and just shield for yourself strictly. So we'll leave it there. Big thing I want you to do is I want shielding for you to hold space when you don't have cover available. When they push you, when you're getting off-angled, when you make a mistake, it's cool. Or when you're doing a rotation that you don't want to pin for. You just want to shield across. That's good. Second thing, Anglemax. Anglemaxing is strong with Ryan, not just because of pin, but because of shield. Think about when a Winston takes a dive. Winston taking space is very good, but it's also very scary because if he screws up, he has to commit his 13-second cooldown, not you. You pin around an angle, they try to push you, you use your shield. That's it. And then you decide what you want to do from there. Those are the two big things I want you to work on. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll chat with you later, mate.